As they learn to hunt and fly on their own, young peregrines Wiley and Dean have been going from strength to strength in preparation to leave Salisbury's Cathedral. It's been known for peregrine falcons to nest in churches and towers, and Salisbury's Cathedral has been no exception. The youngsters' parents, Sally and Sebastian, are the resident adult peregrines here, and back in 2014, the RSPB built a nest box up on one of the tower's parapets.
There was great excitement because that was actually 61 years since the last recorded successful peregrine nesting attempt at Salisbury Cathedral. So that was 1953 when the peregrines last nested on Salisbury Cathedral successfully.
Since then, the peregrines have nested here every year. Although Dean was the only chick to hatch from this year's eggs, it wasn't long before he had to share his nest box. Wiley came to the cathedral after his parents were poisoned and he needed a home.
The chick was looking really healthy, it was in good voice, so we brought it down to the cathedral, took it up to the spire. I took the chick out to the nest box, popped it in the nest box, and it was a priceless moment. If only I could have the thoughts of the other chick, just that look on its face, just to know what it was thinking when it turned round and looked. And you could see it thinking, where did you come from? Who are you? And similarly with the adult peregrines, the female came in first and the look on her face again was priceless. It was almost as though they had expressions in that moment. But within an hour, she was feeding it and then brooding it. So great relief all round that it had been successfully adopted.
Although the youngsters fledged in June, Wiley and Dean can still be seen around the cathedral.
Some 5 weeks that they've been in the air themselves now. They're still being fed by the adults, but they're spending increasingly more time away from the cathedral, where the adults will be teaching them to hunt so that they can eventually feed themselves.
They've learned to fly, but Phil says their greatest challenge is yet to come.
We estimate that only a third of young peregrines will actually survive the first winter. They need to learn to hunt quickly and fend for themselves quickly to get through that first winter. Now, over that first winter, once this period of the adults teaching them to hunt, the adults will increasingly tire of them and start to almost drive them away, if you like. And eventually the youngsters will start to roam far and wide, and they will do so for the first 2 years of their life until they reach breeding age themselves.
If they survive the cold, Wiley and Dean will go in search of their own territory and a partner. Phil says the peregrines have made an impact on the city.
It's been fantastic having peregrines back at Salisbury, and certainly it's been an added attraction to anyone visiting the cathedral. The RSPB ourselves, we've set up what we call a date with nature, which is a small stand with a couple of telescopes. We've got a fantastic team of volunteers that man that stand and just show people the birds using the telescopes. And it's, a lot of people come to Salisbury Cathedral have possibly never knowingly seen a peregrine before. So to see the excitement on people's faces when they actually look through a telescope and see a peregrine kind of up close, as it were, sometimes feeding its youngster, is just fantastic to get people that wildlife experience.
It's hoped that once the youngsters officially leave, the adult peregrines will nest again around April next year. Kara Digby, That's TV.